Ronnie Coleman is one of the most incredible physical specimens the world has ever seen. We all know Coleman for his unparalleled size, strength, and an impressive record of victories on the bodybuilding stage. But what would have happened if Coleman took a different route? Could Coleman have had a Hall of Fame career in a different sport? Before Ronnie Coleman was the man he is today, Coleman grew up playing football and had a vision of turning pro one day. He excelled in high school and earned a Division I scholarship to play for the Grambling State Tigers. While in college, Ronnie gained the attention of NFL scout teams and mentioned he had received good feedback and interest. Similarly to his bodybuilding career and perhaps some foreshadowing of things yet to come, Ronnie suffered a neck injury that sidelined him and ruined his chances of making it big. The injury resulted in not only a degradation of his physical well-being, but his mental attitude when it came to football. He admitted that he did not feel as if he was good enough following the injury and began not giving 100% on the field. Now this begs the question, would we have seen a multi-time Pro Bowler if not for his injury? As many people know, before you even step on the field in the NFL, you need to be blessed with certain physical attributes. And one thing is for sure, Ronnie Coleman possesses all of these incredible physical attributes. His massive frame, strength, and explosive power could make him a formidable force on the football field. Imagine trying to tackle or block someone with the sheer mass and strength of Ronnie Coleman. Football also requires a unique set of different skills, speed, agility, and specific positional expertise. While Ronnie is definitely gifted with his size and strength, his speed and agility is uncertain. If he was good enough to play Division I football, I think it is fair to conclude that his speed and agility would have been more than adequate. This is also something that could have been developed if he decided to pursue a career in football. Let's take a look at how Coleman would have done in the NFL Combine. The Combine tests a player's speed, agility, and strength. Since there is limited information on Coleman's speed and agility, we will focus on the strength test, which leads us to the bench press. The goal of the test is to bench press 225 pounds as many times as possible. The average score for this test varies from 15 to 39 reps, with receivers being on the low end and linemen on the high end. Here is a chart of some of your favorite players and where they rank all time in the bench press. Rob Gronkowski put up a measly 23 reps. Super Bowl champ and three-time Defensive Player of the Year Aaron Donald was able to get 35 reps, and Justin Ernest holds the record with an impressive 51 reps. And here's Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie once said in an interview that he did 88 reps of 225 pounds. Absolutely insane. Even if you don't believe that number, there are other rumors of him doing up to 72 reps. Still unbelievably impressive. Considering his physique and skills, which position in the NFL would suit Ronnie Coleman best? Could he be a dominating force on the offensive line, a powerhouse running back, or perhaps an intimidating defensive end? The possibilities are intriguing. The most appropriate position for Coleman would be the one he is most familiar with, middle linebacker. As mentioned earlier, he played Division I college football as a middle linebacker at Grambling State University. Let's compare him to some notable middle linebackers throughout history. At his peak performance size, Ronnie was 5'11" and roughly 300 pounds. If he were to play football, he would most likely have to slim down in order to not sacrifice speed and agility. One of the greatest at the position, Ray Lewis, was 6'1", 250 pounds. One of the top players at the position today, Fred Warner, is 6'3", 230 pounds. Compared to these elite talents, whatever Coleman lacks in height, he would make up with his weight. So I don't think he would have any trouble sizing up against these men. I think if Coleman dedicated himself to football the same way he did to bodybuilding, there is no question that he could have played professionally. Whether or not he becomes one of the all-time greats in football is another question. We can only speculate on what would have happened, but it is a fun thing to think about. If he did pursue a different profession, let's briefly ponder what the bodybuilding world would have missed if Ronnie Coleman had chosen football over lifting. The iconic moments on the Olympia stage, the fierce rivalries, and the inspiration he provided to countless bodybuilders worldwide, all these would be radically different. Would Jay Cutler have more than 4 Mr. Olympias? Would Jay not have gotten as big as he was in order to match Coleman? We may have seen a completely different Jay Cutler. Would the mass monster era have ended following Dorian Yates? His impact on the sport is so large, and it might not be as popular as it is today without him. In the end, it's clear that Ronnie Coleman's legacy in bodybuilding is firmly cemented, and we can only speculate on what he could have been in the NFL. The dedication and discipline required for both sports are immense, and Ronnie's success in bodybuilding has left an indelible mark on the fitness world.